The broadcast ignites with chaos before the first question is even asked. Minutes before airtime, leaked property records surface online, tying Barron Trump to a web of shell companies quietly snapping up luxury real estate in Miami and New York. The documents show sweetheart deals, prime properties purchased at fractions of their value through federal programs meant for struggling families. Reporters in the arena shout over each other, phones light up, and the audience buzzes with fury. Jasmine Crockett wastes no time. She steps forward, folder in hand, her tone sharp as a blade. America, you've been told Barron Trump represents the new generation, fresh leadership, a clean future, but the receipts tell a darker story. Dozens of shell companies linked to his name have been buying luxury properties using taxpayer-backed programs meant to keep families in their homes. This isn't leadership, this is looting dressed up as legacy. The crowd gasps, then erupts, applause and boos colliding in chaos, cameras flashing like a lightning storm. Barron leans forward, his youthful composure cracking. He insists this is a smear campaign, that he's simply investing in America's economy. Crockett slices him mid-sentence. Investing. These homes weren't investments. They were lifelines for working-class families redirected into your real estate empire. People lost homes. You gained penthouses. That's not investment. It's theft in a tailored suit. The chants begin. Jasmine, Jasmine, rolling through the arena like thunder. The moderators pound for order, but the story is already running away. Barron raises his voice, claiming Crockett is twisting facts. She doesn't flinch. She slams another document onto her podium. This contract, stamped and notarized, shows your company acquired beachfront property at 1/3 of market value, because the program was designed for distressed homeowners, and the ink is fresh. So tell America, how many families had to lose their homes for you to gain another skyscraper? The hall detonates. Cheers, boos, screams, the sound of a nation tearing itself apart. Reporters blast headlines in real time. Crockett slams Barron with real estate receipts. Stage erupts. The camera zooms in. Barron gripping his podium, jaw tight, words caught in his throat. Across the stage, Jasmine Crockett towers, folder open, the evidence glowing under the lights like a verdict. The first clash is over, and the verdict is clear. Crockett has seized control, leaving Barron Trump cornered before the night has even begun. The moderators try to salvage order, but the arena is already boiling. They announce the next theme, housing and affordability. Barron Trump straightens, his tone firm but defensive. My business ventures are about growth, opportunity, and revitalization. I've created jobs, built housing, and driven economic development. He leans hard on his talking points, flashing that carefully rehearsed smile. But Jasmine Crockett isn't waiting. She slams another folder onto the podium, her voice tearing through the hall. Revitalization? Growth. This document shows your company buying foreclosed homes through a federal relief program designed to protect families from eviction. While people begged for extensions, your shell companies scooped up their houses, families lost roofs over their heads, and you flipped those properties into luxury condos. That's not revitalization, it's robbery. The crowd explodes, boos, cheers, shouting so loud the moderator's microphone can't be heard. Barron stiffens, his voice rising to push back. This is partisan nonsense. You're attacking me because of my last name. Everything I've done is legal. Crockett cuts him cold. Legal doesn't make it moral. Slave auctions were once legal. Segregation was once legal. Your dynasty hides behind laws written by your father's allies, while working-class families are thrown out on the street. Don't talk to me about legality. Talk to America about morality. The applause detonates, reporters pounding keyboards, headlines flashing across feeds. Barron raises his voice to a shout, calling her dishonest, hateful, desperate. Crockett doesn't blink. She flips another page, waving it in the air. Here are foreclosure notices. Families who lost their homes while your company celebrated another acquisition. These names are real people, Barron. They lost everything so you could pad your empire. And tonight the entire nation is watching you try to smile through their pain. The chants hit again. Jasmine, Jasmine, rolling like thunder. Security rushes to the balconies as protesters shout, cameras flash non-stop. The moderators bang for control, but the chaos only builds. The broadcast ticker burns in red. Crockett batters Barron with foreclosure files. Stage in turmoil. Barron's smile cracks, his face red under the hot lights. Across the stage, Crockett stands unshaken, documents spread before her like the evidence of a prosecutor. The round ends not with balance, but with dominance. Jasmine Crockett owns the night, while Barron Trump fights to stay afloat. The final round begins, and the moderator's voice cuts through the uproar. Mr. Trump, will you pledge tonight to release the full records of your real estate holdings and shell companies so the American people can see exactly how your empire was built? The crowd hushes for a split second, every camera zoomed in. Barron Trump swallows, then shakes his head. This is nothing but a witch hunt. My businesses are private, and I won't hand over documents to satisfy political enemies. The silence shatters instantly. Boos, shouts, and applause collide like a storm. Jasmine Crockett seizes the moment, her tone thundering. Private? These were public programs, taxpayer-backed, designed to protect families, not bankroll your skyscrapers. And tonight the evidence is here. Every wire transfer, every contract, every foreclosure that fueled your empire. The crowd roars, chants of Jasmine, Jasmine, rising to drown out the moderator's gavel. Barron tries to fight back, voice raised in desperation. This is all lies. My work is legal, transparent, and patriotic. Crockett doesn't flinch. She lifts her final weapon, a letter sealed by the Department of Housing and Urban Development. This document confirms your companies are under federal investigation for misuse of housing relief programs. This isn't partisan. This isn't rumor. This is your reality. And America is watching you exposed, live. Gasps rip through the arena, followed by explosive applause. His composure cracks, the practiced smile gone. His face flushed, hands trembling at the podium. Crockett steps forward, voice cold and clear. Families lost their homes while you gained penthouses. Communities collapsed while your companies flourished. You call it business. I call it betrayal. And tonight, the people finally see you for what you are. Not the future, not a leader, just another Trump cashing in on America's pain. The ticker across every screen blazes. Crockett destroys Barron with housing bombshell. Dynasty in crisis. The arena is chaos, standing ovations, chants, flashing cameras, a frenzy of history unfolding. Crockett leans into the camera, delivering the final words like a verdict. If you're done with dynasties looting the American dream, if you believe truth must be louder than their lies, subscribe, comment, and share this now. Together, we end their empire of corruption and return power to the people. The last shot freezes in history. Jasmine Crockett, fists raised in triumph, the crowd on its feet chanting her name, while Barron Trump stands cornered in silence, his real estate empire crumbling under the weight of the receipts.